Hello everyone, John Turnbull here, Powder Blue Sports, and we're going to play a Week 3 game from the 1985 co-op project that's being run by Joe Cards and Andrew Sexton. I've got the 85 New England Patriots. That's usually the first team I pick every week on this if it's available. And today they're playing the 2-14 Buffalo Bills. Now, in real life, New England only escaped Buffalo with a 3-point victory, so maybe the weather was rough that day. But we'll see how the dice roll for both teams. And away we go. New England rolls an offense. The green dice will be the regular roll, so that'll be a 6. And offense 6 for New England. Hey, that's a red zone. And a red zone 3. On offense, ooh, that's a missed field goal. And just for grins and giggles, let's roll to see. We do have a missed field goal. Number 48. So 48, that's a 44-yarder. That was missed. Let's write that here on the side. So, Tony Franklin misses a 44-yard field goal, and they start off with a goose egg. Buffalo takes over, and they'll roll an offense 7. Offense 7 is a punt, resulting in no points. Offense 11 for New England. That'll be on downs. And defense 9 for Buffalo on defense and a card for New England. That's an interception. New England does have an interception for touchdown return number of 2. And it is a 5, so there's no return. And New England has an extra drive roll of 2 to 11. They roll an 11, so it's good. And an offense 9 for New England. That is an interception. Buffalo has no interception return for touchdown. So running score 0 across the board so far. Let's see what Buffalo can do here at the end of the first quarter. They have an extra drive of 2 to 9, and they will roll a 6. So they'll get their extra drive at the end of the first quarter. And they roll an offense 9. Offense 9 is an interception. Buffalo only has one red zone on their offense, and that is a 4. Interception can be returned with a 2 for New England. Nope. So at the end of 1, we have no score. And New England will take over here. They roll a defense 8 on Buffalo's card. That is a red zone. And a red zone 3 still on Buffalo's defense. Oh my goodness, it's another missed field goal. That is 2 this game. Roll of 96. That'll be a 57-yarder that was missed. So, New England comes away again with a big old fat goose egg. Buffalo takes over. No score here at the beginning of the second quarter. Offense 6 for Buffalo. They fumble the ball. New England does have a fumble return for a touchdown of 3 and 11. Ooh, they get a 10, so no return for touchdown. Still no score as we go midway into the second quarter. New England rolls an offense 5. That is a fumble. My goodness. Maybe the weather's bad here too today. Buffalo does have a fumble return for a TD on a roll of 3. And they do not get it. And Buffalo will roll defense 5. New England's defense 5 is a punt. They get 0. New England does have a punt return for touchdown, so let's use that. before their possible extra drive to end a half. The punt return for touchdown is a 3 that is needed. And look at that, a 3. So we'll put let's put a little dot here. We'll figure out the details after. Let's go for the extra point first. So we'll do this first. For second quarter. Oops. I'm using a newer sheet. New England, second quarter. Punt return for touchdown. And I don't have a yardage finder for that. 97 is Irving Fryer. And the extra point on that is a 2-11, so that's good. So we'll make that a 7-0. New England, the road team score will go first. Now let's roll for their regular drive here. Extra drive 2-11, they get a 10. So it's a yes. End the game, end a half, 2-4. It's a 10. It's outside that range, so they do get their. It does not end with an end a half, so they will be able to roll for their drive. And they will get if I can pick up all the dice at once here. They'll get a defense 10. And Bills defense 10 is a punt. So we do have a defense special teams. Punt return, extra point is good by Franklin. And let's see, there'll be 7 for there. Let's see here. Yeah, I may have to redo this because I don't know if we need room for extra points and so on. Let's put below that extra point good. Since we're not going to use all the space up. All right, defense. Oh, no, we got to roll for that. We'll use the first 7 extra drives, so that's good. And 2-4 end the game, end a half. It's a 5, so they outside the range, so they will not end with an end a half. So they'll get their roll. And we're going to get a defense 7 for Buffalo on New England's card. Defense 7 is a punt. No points. So at the end of the second quarter and at halftime, it is New England 7, Buffalo nothing. New England gets the kickoff here. Let's see here. It's an offense 5. Offense 5 is a fumble. Buffalo has a fumble return for touchdown of 3, and they do not get it. So they stay at 7. Buffalo rolls and offense 7. Offense 7 is a punt. New England will roll a offense 10. And offense 10 is a punt. Buffalo does not have a kick return or a punt return for a touchdown on their card. And they'll roll a defense 2. So we'll look on New England's card. Defense 2 is a punt. So again, no score. And we'll go to the extra drive portion here of the third quarter. 2-11 is needed for New England. They get a 9. So that's a yes. And they'll roll an offense 6. Offense 6 is a red zone. Whoops. Offense. Put it in wrong column there. Offense 6 for New England is a red zone. Red zone of 4 on offense is a touchdown pass. So let's see how long the pass / reception is. It's a 61. So 19 yards. So go New England. Third. TD pass. And what did I say? 61. So that's 19 yards. And let's see who's the recipients of those. 34, so that'll be Eason to 51. Eason to Stanley Morgan. Yeah, I'm going to have to redo these sheets. And let's roll for the extra point. That's good. By Franklin. And it's now 14-0 New England at the end of the third quarter. All right, let's roll fourth quarter action here as we enter the witching hour. Offense, 11 for New England is a drive ending on downs. Offense, oops, I'll take that back. Let me, I didn't roll. Okay, I'm going to count that, but I need to roll Buffalo's last drive. I forgot to do that for the third quarter, but I'll still count what New England had for 0. They roll a 9 extra drive, so they do get it. So let's roll Buffalo's last of the third here. Defense 9. On New England's card, defense 9 is an interception. New England has an interception return of 2, and they don't get it. So that's a 0, so it's still 14-0. And now Buffalo will roll their first drive of the fourth quarter. Defense, that's what's good about having a score sheet. You can see if you made a mistake and what's missing, what's needed. Defense 6, we'll look on New England's card. Defense 6 is a red zone. Red zone of 7 on the defensive end is a field goal by Buffalo, and let's see how long that field goal is. It's a 79, so that'll be a 43-yard field goal. So Buffalo for 43-yard field goal, and that'll be by Norwood, and that'll make the score 14-3. And New England will take over with Buffalo getting on the board. Defense 8. Defense 8 is a red zone, and it's a 9. Defense 9 is a TD run. And let's check the extra point out here. Extra point is good. So let's see who ran. Let's see how long the run was here. That's an 0-2, so that's going to be a 1-yarder probably. Let's see, rushing TD, 0-2. Yep, that's a 1-yard TD run. So New England, fourth quarter, 1-yard TD run. And let's see who ran that one in. 33, that's Tony Collins. And the extra point, I think I rolled it, but I'll roll it again. Yep, extra point good. By Franklin. And it is now 21-3. And Buffalo will get their last mandatory, their last freebie drive here. Defense 11 on New England is a punt. So 21-3. Let's see if New England gets their first extra drive. They roll a 6, so yes. And they roll a defense 9. Defense 9 is a punt. Buffalo needs a 2-9. They roll a 9, so they get their extra drive. The first of 3 in the fourth quarter. And they're rolling offense 7. Offense 7 is a punt. So 21-3, and now New England will roll for their second extra drive of the 6. So that's a yes. Let's see if we can add to the score here. Defense 5. Defense 5 is an interception. Buffalo cannot return an interception for a touchdown. So it'll stay 0s on that. Buffalo rolls for their extra drive, 2-9. They get an 8, so yes. And their roll is a offense 6. Offense 6 is a fumble. New England can return a fumble for a touchdown on a 3 or an 11. And they roll a 7, so no. And this will be a New England victory, but let's see what the final score is going to be. They roll for their extra drive. 6, yes. Do they end the game end to half on a 2-4? No. It is a 6, so no. They will get the roll. And they roll a defense 2. Buffalo defense 2 is a punt. So no points for them. And let's see if Buffalo gets their extra drive on a 2-9. They roll 12, so no. And that'll do it, folks. 21-3 is your final. New England got on the board first at the end of the first half on a punt return for touchdown by Irving Fryer. They added another 7 at the end of the third quarter on a TD pass of 19 yards from Eason to Stanley Morgan. Norwood, in beginning of the fourth quarter, put Buffalo on the board with a 43-yard field goal, and Tony Collins had a 1-yard TD run in the fourth quarter to add insult to injury for Buffalo. And there you have it. 21-3 is your final. And thank you for watching. Good luck to those playing in the co-op, and thank you for playing. I'm glad you chose my game, and it looks like it's running pretty smooth so far. So I'll probably, if I have the time, take 1 or 2 more games for this week. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.